I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yeah.
Now you know. Let's get into this. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of things. And I looked online and I saw old videos of you talking about it and describing the situation. And before I ask this question, in no way I'm trying to.
Get right to it.
No, let me talk to the people. Don't. I'm not talking to you. Look, I look this way.
Okay.
Ain't no way I'm trying to cause any issues or anything. I just want to, or rehash anything. I just want to know from this man's perspective of what happened, and he could feel the vibe. And he's going to be honest. So, from your opinion, of your perspective, how did this feud or the issue start between you, the Ice Burgundy nigga, and the Rosemo 700 guy? Like, how did it start?
Just over jealousy and Hollywoodism. You know, once niggas start getting a little attention, they get Hollywood. And, you know, they're saying just basic situation. Niggas forget where they come from, forget who they came up with, and like, you know what I mean? Start acting Hollywood. Basically, that's
Who
how
you
they
had a
do.
rapport with more? Was it the Ice Burgundy dude?
Yeah.
So
That's-
you were cool with him.
Yeah.
And what the story is that it was tweets. It was tweets back and forth with each other.
Yeah.
Did it really derive from the tweets or it was just some other?
I mean, yeah, that's where it started at. Cause we was all cool before that tweet. Like, you know what I mean? It really wasn't shit. Like, I mean, I keep it G. Like, honestly, like, I just seen the nigga pop and fly on Twitter and shit. Like, I seen the shit. Like, the nigga said he was really popping that game though. The nigga said some shit to Gang. Like, nigga, the streets want that old game back. But I seen Gang responded and said some shit. And so he was like kind of feeling himself off of that. So he just kept talking and popping fly. So he like, nigga, I'ma keep it G. The first time I ever made a song was like 3 months ago. So I chime in like, I'm just like, you know, this my boy though. Like, excuse me. I know the nigga. I fuck with the nigga. So I'm just like on some joking shit. I chime in like, nigga, I got a song that you did 3 years ago. I could play a song you did 3 years ago. Fuck you mean you just start rapping 3 months ago? You know what I mean? But I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm just clowning. Like, it ain't on no shit. But he just feeling himself like, you know what I mean? He like, nigga, what he say? He like, nigga, if I'm lying, give me DP. Like, you know my homies, nigga. If you lie, like, if I'm lying, give me DP. Like, basically pop and fly. Like, the way he said it, like, I know he was pop, cause I know that nigga. I know he pop and fly, like, trying to show out. So I just take it as, you know what I mean? I take it as a, like, disrespect and went ham on a nigga. Like, bro, you winny ass nigga, like, bitch ass nigga. Like, oh, you know you ain't even like that, like, type shit. So then it just be, once I did that, but at the time, he was fucking with Waka Flocka and like, you know what I mean? He buzzing, he lit in the city. So everybody like on the nigga dick at the time. I'm like a regular hood nigga. You know, I got respect. I'm a known nigga, but he lit though. He fucking with Waka Flocka and you know what I mean? So it was kind of like a choosing sides thing and a lot of niggas jumped on his side and tried to back him up and that's why it turned into what it turned into.
So you remember that? Okay, so you write that and yeah, was cool. Then basically, were you set up or they just caught you outside?
Nah, it was a set. It was a whole set. Like they would have never called me out. Nobody would have never called me outside like that. It was a whole set. It was only because I knew them. Like these is niggas I know. Like that's like if you grew up with these niggas I grew up with. I done rode around with. Hey, come get me. Where you at? Come get me. All right, here I come. Like you know what I mean? These are my niggas. But we just get into a little bullshit. But now this is the beginning of the internet. You got like this internet, this Twitter shit just started. World Star just begun. All that shit. Like that shit gonna be loud on camera. Like all the shit on World Star and shit. You know what I mean? That shit just started. So and then he just started his rap career. So this is the beginning of clout. Like nobody really was like, you know what I mean? Nobody really had internet clout like that except celebrities and shit. So this was the beginning of that shit. So they just took it as an opportunity to set me up and really get some clout off the shit. Really, the shit happened to Gang first. He got into it with Gang first. They caught him slipping at the mall, but they didn't record the shit or nothing. But they got big. They got still got the attention from World Star just off of the situation. So I end up getting into it with the nigga like a week later, like a week and a half later. So now they remember the mistake they made with him not getting the footage. So now they like, all right, we gonna set this nigga up and we gonna record the whole shit. Cause if you look at the video, they recording before they even get to me.
this.
You know what I mean?
But
Yeah.
no paraphrasing. I mean, how they got you outside? Like all this paraphrasing.
Because I popped outside because I knew this nigga was a bitch. In my mind,
Did he
I know
call you? That's what
they
I
knew
like
did.
baby steps. Baby
The nigga that set me up called me. The nigga that set me up, like you feel me? Basically, like my baby mom, the nigga that set me up, one of my baby mamas lived in this hood at the time. You know what I mean? So I was over there one day after we got into it on the internet, but we was already both lit on the internet, so everybody seen the little exchange on the internet. So I'm over there in the nigga hood, and he asked me about the shit, like, what's up with that shit with you and Blood, whoopty wah bam. So I explained this shit like, Blood a bitch, whoopty wah bam, just wolfing shit, trying to be famous, whoop wah bam. He like, Blood, that's some bullshit, whoop, but his whole mind, he on some setup shit, trying to get him some fame off the shit. So he go tell the nigga, you know what I mean? I didn't even know he know them niggas like that. You know what I mean? I know this nigga like from like bumping into him, but we not too tight like that. But I'm so gangster in my mind. I'm so like, nigga, I beat this nigga up. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't tripping. I allowed myself to get walked into a trap. Like, you know what I mean? So he like, man, fuck that. I ain't feeling that shit. I'm gonna call them niggas like whoopty whoop and see what's up. So basically, a couple of days go by, he called me like, hey, yo, this nigga out here, whoopty wow. He said he want to squabble, he want to take his fade, whoopty wow. So me, I'm so like, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, all right, nigga, I'm finna whoop this nigga ass. Like, all right, come get me. Where you at? Come get me. Where you at? Like, all right, I'll come pick you up. You feel me? So the nigga come pick me up. So he like, I'm outside. But I didn't tell the nigga exactly my address. I sent the nigga to the park around the corner. It's like a park around the corner. But it's like I do this to my bitches. Like I don't really tell bitches my address. Like at the time, like, you know what I mean? I didn't tell bitches my address, so I always get bitches. Bitches like, where you at? I'm gonna come get you. You know what I mean? Always get bitches the address to the park because I just know the address. You know what I mean? So I always get people that address. So the nigga like, yeah, I'm here. Where you at? I'm like, oh, I'm finna come outside right now. But when I come outside, you feel me? I come outside to a whole trap. Like, it ain't just this nigga coming to pick me up. It's these niggas sneaking and ducking and hiding, you know what I mean? So when I come walking outside, I see him. I walk up to him. We holler like, what's the deal with the car at? He like, all of a sudden a car come pulling up out of nowhere. So, of course, I'm startled. Like, you know what I mean? I'm startled like, oh, shit. And you know, the biggest nigga out the crew, the big nigga, that's the big night. Of course, they not gonna send the little nigga. Like, they're not gonna, this ain't no, like, you know, they ain't come to lose. So, of course, they gonna get the biggest knockout orders they got. We squabble up. I lose, he got me, you know what I mean? Whatever. And then, you know.
I wanna ask you a question. Were you embarrassed?
I wasn't.
Because it was on the internet, I saw the video.
I wasn't embarrassed, I was hurt. I was really hurt and disappointed because like we as Damu at the time, like shit like that was unheard of at the time. Like that shit was like monumental in the gang banging world. Like Bloods didn't even get down like that. Like that shit didn't really happen. So it was kind of like, I ain't gonna lie, it was like a shocker in my life. I was like hurt, like disappointed. Like it was like, that shit low key at points brought tears to my eyes that like this shit that I was dedicated to so much, and I was so like dedicated to my vows and my feelings, and like you know what I mean? I held it down like an anchor. I'm an anchor for this shit. Like nigga, I took my vows serious, nigga. I'm dedicated to this shit, and to see other niggas like not give a fuck about the whole thing, everything we was taught, that shit just changed me forever. Like I don't know.
The nigga that fought you, did you know him prior as well?
Yeah, I knew him. I knew the nigga since he was young. When he was a little bitch nigga that didn't even want to get put on the hood. Like, he didn't even want to gangbang. Like, this nigga was a square. Like, he grew up with the mother and the father, like, and the sister.
Like the one that fought you.
Yeah. The nigga was in the hood. He was a homie, too.
Well, let's leave the B word out of it. Man passed away.
I thought this was the internet.
It is, but the man passed away.
I'm just saying what he was when he was young.
Let's because for me, to my opinion, you were the first troll. You were the first troll because you turned up on Twitter. You trolled him.
That's where we was. I mean, that's where the conversation was happening at. Like, I hate when niggas say like, "Oh, you talked on Twitter." Nigga, that's where I get down where I'm mad at. Nigga, that's where I got mad at. Like, I had a problem with what he said. I said it.
But look what you said. You said that it wasn't. You didn't. It was just all with you. Your opinion. You didn't mean nothing by it.
I didn't.
That's what I'm saying. So that's a troll.
I wasn't trolling. This was my homeboy that I know. Like, I wasn't trolling. I just was keeping it honest. Why you lying? You sitting here popping fly. You got songs from 3 years ago. Why you talking about the first time you did a song was 3 months ago?
Did you have a pre-notion in your mind by maybe saying this? Because some niggas like, I
I
gotta tell
did
you,
it.
hold, you're a smart guy. You can't fool me. Tattoos and all that shit don't fool me. I can see right through it. I see the regular picture, you regular with a red white beater on. That's the you I can see.
Beards
So-
don't fool me either. Though. Every nigga with a beard ain't tough though.
Yeah.
Every nigga with a beard. I'm just saying, man.
Listen, I ain't listen. We inside. Yeah. Listen. I'm more of a believer than a seer. You got to show me. Fuck that. You got to show me I ain't tough. Just like you gonna have to show you the tattoos ain't real.
I'm hard-headed.
No, but what I'm saying is that online, in your mind, because you're a smart guy, in your mind, you had to know. Because sometimes before, when I used to do that, even on MySpace, we know what to say to get a reaction.
Yeah.
Sometimes we joke, sometimes we serious. But I don't think you meant it like, because that's your
I
man.
really did. I promise.
Yeah.
I really did. This is my man. Like, you see how we joking back and
Yeah,
forth
yeah,
right
yeah.
now, and I'm like, you know, I know how you is. So like, he knew who I was, but he was just so caught up in his little moment of fame, he ignored all that. It was just about the fame. Like, fuck it. Like, you feel me? It was all about that clout at the moment. And he
And the guy you fought, you knew since a kid. You said
I been knowing that nigga. He been hanging around. The homies used to want him to be because he was a little boxer. That he always been a little Golden Glove boxer. He was the little square nigga. Nigga grew up in the hood. His sister was older. He had a big sister. All the homie wanted to fuck his sister, but you know she was she wasn't no rat. Like, you know, she fucked with who she wanted to, but she was cool. She was the homegirl. Like, you know what I mean? And he was the little brother. Like, it was like, nigga, you need to be from the hood. Like, you know what I mean? But he didn't want to bang. He was a square. He was into his boxing shit. The nigga was a Golden Glove boxer fighter nigga. You know what I mean? So yeah, nobody trip off that nigga. Like, you know, it's like, oh, you need to be from the hood. But it was like, you know, he cool though. Like, nobody really sweating him. So the nigga grow up, end up being a pimp. You know what I mean? So he ended up catching a case and decide he wanted to gangbang. So he ended up gangbanging, but he ended up from our next door neighborhood. Like, not from our hood, he ended up being from the next door neighborhood. But we was all cool. We fuck with him. But he ended up not turning our hood. He ended up turning their hood.
So just now when I asked you a couple of minutes ago, I said, how did you feel? You said you were more hurt. The video comes out, it goes viral, it's on World Star. You know, it happened. What's in your mind then? You know what I'm saying? Like, I asked you earlier, were you embarrassed? Because that could leave a stain, an unremovable stain, but you know, you progressed from that.
Yeah, I wasn't embarrassed. I was hurt.
Just hurt. So it being on video.
That's hurt because niggas I know like this. Like, I'm a gangster. Like I'm a gangster nigga. I don't like. I keep everything 100. My name, my brand, I'm Bosco 100. Like, everything is based off keeping it real. Like, everything is based off structure, politics. Everything I was taught. Everything is like, you know what I mean. So to see niggas that I know that's supposed to be under the same structure, cut from the same cloth, under these same politics.
This nigga keep shaking his head to me, man. Your man, the hat. He's funny, man. Shake your head for, man. Oh, good. Oh, all right. Under the same politics. I'm sorry.
I got lost. Like,
Yeah, that's my fault. Not because he was agreeing with the question that I asked. I guess
he
I
been
asked
on
him
his
the
fit
question.
the whole night in his hat and shit.
Nah.
Like, you respect his fit though. Like,
Yeah, I
you
know. I
like,
respect this fit. Yeah. And people might get mad, like, yo, Flip, you interrupted them. Sorry, y'all. Pardon me, because they don't like that. You interrupted. He was telling something. I want to apologize. The reason why I asked is because, you know, I got to commend you. I want to commend you. I don't really like you, but I want to commend you because, you know, it's an embarrassing thing. Of course, you know, the repercussions. I'm not saying allegedly or whatever. You know, he's passed away. Rest in peace to him. But that's embarrassing. So videos on World Stars, the start of the internet, it went everywhere. And the fact that you're here, the fact that, I mean, I still hear people bring it up. But the fact that you're here and you have so much confidence, that's why I asked that when it initially happened, what did it do to your mind? You must have a strong mind.
This was a hurt, but I'm so much of a gangster. Like, I was taught to win, lose, or draw. So it was just a loss to me. Like, you know, it was just a loss that I took. Like,
And you took it on the chin.
I took it on the chin like a gangster. Like, that's what I was taught to do. Like, you know what I mean? If I was in the county jail and a nigga beat the shit out of me, like, you know what I mean? we was taught that like it's win, lose, or draw. As long as I, you know what I mean, I got out there, I wasn't scared. I didn't run.
Don't
I
turn
popped
down
up.
no
Like,
fade.
that's it. I popped
That's
up
it.
to fight. They did something wrong. Like you know, I did everything right. Like that's why I'm so confident because I know I was in the right. Everything I did, I was in the right under my flag, under my structure. I was in the right. Like as long as you do right, you'll never go wrong. Like I wasn't in the wrong. So he did wrong, and his situation ended up turning out the way it did. Like,
Let me ask you about the. I read something about a guy, and I asked you this earlier about you being cool with people and beefing with them. Like there was a guy that they said, Big Payback, that you were cool with him before, and then you said something on the song. Or
I wasn't never cool with that
you
nigga.
said
Like
crab or whatever.
I didn't, it wasn't even on the song. It was after that situation, and I said they treated me like that, and he just saw opportunity to clout chase. Like clout chasing an epidemic. That was the beginning of clout chasing too. That was like the first.
So you never was cool with him.
We never was cool. He just was a nigga that I met before. Like, you know what I mean? Like you meet a nigga. Oh, what's the deal? I'm Nick. My name is this. All right, my name is this. All right, bro. Like that don't make us homies and nothing. I just met you before. Like, so what? But then I didn't even say nothing. You just took some shit that I said and totally misconstrued it. Like you just like I wasn't being disrespectful, but you know I'm a blood at the end of the day. So what I was saying was just, you feel me? What I went through, I'm just in my own space and I'm speaking my regular lingo. Like I don't have no media training. Like at the time, I'm not no fucking store. I just got a lot of, you know what I mean? I'm not a store. I just got a lot of attention. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't have, it's no media training or no PR response. Like, you know what I mean? I get on there talking like, you niggas know I'm a blood. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure when you niggas talk to your homies, you niggas is disrespectful to bloods and the blood. Like, you feel me at the time? Like, gang, see, that's what I'm saying. A lot of shit changed over the last 9-10 years. So shit different now. But at that point in time, it wasn't like that. You know what I mean? So I was just being me, speaking my regular lingo, but he chose to take offense to it and create an issue. But he had a lot going on in his own life, and you know what I mean, end up getting killed over a salad. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he had his own issues going on. Like, I guess he was a bully on his side. Like, they was like, to me, they was both the same type of dudes. Like, that you bring both them situations up. They was really like the same type of dudes. So they both got the same outcome. Really, like.
Hold on. First of all, let me moonwalk a little bit. Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson or Rick Ross moonwalk? Right.
Michael, because I have to try to be as smooth as I can. The thing is, why do people use the word like when they have a situation with somebody, they try to downplay the rapport? A person is not going to say they was cool with you if they didn't have numerous conversations, if they didn't see you numerous times and it was love. So we use the word cool, like I seen you numerous times, I seen Bosco numerous times, and he's cool. That's the homie. Salute to him. But then when we talking to you about it because of he dissed you or whatever, you like, it wasn't really cool. Why do people do that? Why do we downplay it? Don't really say
it's not downplay because people put more onto an encounter than what they should. Like, just because I met you before, that don't make you my nigga. Because I ran into you, like, because I was at a store and you was at a store, and you said, oh shit, Bosco, I watch you every day, wooty wop bam, oh, bam. That don't make you my nigga. Like, you feel me? I'm like, oh yeah, that's my nigga. I might be your nigga because you watch me, but I don't fucking know you, nigga. I don't watch you every day. I don't, like, you know what I mean? So that don't make you my nigga because we met before. Like, it don't make you my nigga until I tell you my nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Until I tell you, like, nigga, you good, you my brody. Like, you know what I mean? You not my nigga because we ran into each other and we met before and you watch me on YouTube. Like, that don't make you my nigga. You fuck with me, but that don't make us friends. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I had. That's what that situation taught me. That situation taught, like, I didn't know that. I didn't really understand that before that situation. That situation right there taught me that. Like, just because you meet a nigga, it don't make him your friend. Like, that don't owe you no loyalty because we met before. Like, you know what I mean? That's what that taught me. That situation right there. Like, I'm glad that you, like, brought that up and highlighted on that because that's the exact situation that changed that in my mind for me.
It seemed like in 2011 it was a lot of drama because it said that also you were cool with a guy named G Nut And then
I wasn't even ever cool with that nigga. I didn't even know him. I went to an event and I met him once and they was performing. And at the time I was like just getting into my rap shit. And I said, blood, like, I was like, blood, like, I want to do a song. Let me do a song. They like, you got to holler at G-Nut. So, like, I asked G-Nut, hey, can I get on the mic next? He like, all right, I'm going to see. I never, like, that was it. That was it. That's all we knew. The name of their group, they had a rap group. They called themselves Yard Down. I didn't even know the nigga, though. I didn't know about their group. I didn't go for their group, none of that shit, blood. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just we went to a function. Like, I didn't even know it was finna be no rap shit, blood. We went for a function. And the niggas just end up rapping. They was on stage rapping. I seen them doing their thing. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, I'm a rapper too. Like,
why you laughing so hard over here?
what you crying for?
I was just saying, man.
You was there? You was there?
No, I was
Testify?
I was drinking. That's
So I'm just saying, but like everybody, you not really cool with. I don't get that. So you might say me, you get into something, you gonna say I wasn't really cool with Queen's Flip. I just went to the show.
man, until
And then earlier today, a couple of minutes ago, you said, yo, you see how we cool? I know how you is, we joking. So now we get into something like, you gonna
We
downplay
cool.
our rapport and
No.
say we wasn't really that cool? You understand what I'm saying?
No,
So now the
because-
G-Nut guy,
we spent a little more time together. We had a whole interview. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, we damn near,
Nah, I see what he's saying,
we
though.
damn near like 70% through a whole interview. And like, it been cool. So I could say like, oh yeah, Queen Flip straight. He like, that's my nigga. But another nigga that I just met say, what's up, Bosco? I fuck with you. Oh, what's up, my nigga? Ooh, bam. Like, that don't make you my nigga because we said what's up and we met. Like, you know what I
I
mean? Like,
agree with that.
Like you know, me DJing a lot of parties and all that. It's the same thing. It's people I've seen 8, 9, 10 years. That
That don't make you like.
Yeah,
that don't
they-
make
they
you my
cool with
nigga.
me,
I
but
don't
I'm not
remember
really cool
you.
with them.
Like you remember
real
me
shit.
because of what I've been doing, the work I've been putting in. but
Yeah,
I don't remember
exactly.
you because we had one encounter. That's what I'm saying. That don't make you my nigga.
Yeah,
like
I
I might
agree.
be your nigga in your mind, but that don't make you my nigga.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, man. A lot of people that's in these parties that say they cool with me. If something go down, I'm not really that cool with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah, you just gonna be getting your ass
I'm
whooped
not-
because that shit ain't got you not with me.
It ain't
nigga.
my
Like,
man's like that. It be cool, but you know what I'm saying?
Gee, first of all, turn your hat forward, man. Don't let these guys influence you to be on some crazy man shit.
Yeah, man. What's up,
Come
man?
on, man. Don't let him influence
What's
you
good?
that.
Shout out to
Wait, hold
Uglies.
on, hold on. That hat right there match my shoes like a motherfucker. Like we might need to negotiate something, man. I need, we brought you some shirts. Like I might need to leave with something too.
Yeah. You
So
can
I'm
have
talking
it, man.
about real nigga, bro.
Yeah, facts.
That's
Yeah,
yours.
yeah.
Real nigga.
So the G-Nut situation, what did he get mad about? Can you just break that down?
He got mad because I got way more. But like, all right, the name of their group, the name of their rap group was Yard Down Money. They rap group. I didn't know that.
Why that's funny?
Why that's funny?
Somebody,
Like,
you alright? You alright?
That nigga's wild.
I'm saying the
Don't
name.
disrespect their crew, bro.
I'm saying that was the
Put
name
some
of their
respect on
group.
their crew name, bro. Y'all down, nigga. Don't say some little y'all down, bro.
You know what I'm
Y'all-
saying?
I
The
can't
name
look
of
at
their
you right
shit.
now.
Look
If I
at
open
the-
my eyes, it's
You
gonna
asked
fuck
me a
with-
question.
Red.
See, that's what I'm saying. Overweight niggas always gotta like take shit over. Like overweight niggas always gotta take shit over the line. Like I just said.
Ah, I
like,
can explain. Yeah, you had a group called y'all down. Just say it regular. Go ahead.
they had a group. It was called a certain name. All right. Their group had a certain name.
Don't listen to this nigga, man.
You don't want me to plug their shit right now.
You
like,
can plug it. You can plug it.
I'm an honest nigga. They group was Yard Down, right? But that shit wasn't really like bragging like that. Like, you know what I mean? So I come along, I name my mixtape, just the name of like, you feel me? I just come out with a tape and I name it Yard Down. So he feeling some type of way. But when I come out with the name of my tape, when I come out with my tape, they been, mind you, they been rapping and doing. I ain't even knowing them. I never even heard of them till that night. Like I didn't even know who they was. The name of my mixtape didn't even have nothing to do. The name of my mixtape was Yard Down because I just got out the pen and I laid the yard down every time I was in the pen. I laid, you know what I mean? I turned it up. So that's why I named my mixtape that. So they feel some type of way because I come out and my shit get a lot of buzz, it's bragging. And he chose to attack me.
So you had no idea of they team.
I had no idea about that shit. I didn't even know they was called Yard Down. Like I didn't even know that. Like they just told me in the club, like, you gotta get at him if you wanna get on the mic. And I remember going to the nigga like, yo, can I get on the mic? Yo, can I get on the mic? And Blood said, you know what I'm saying? He like, yo, can I get on the mic? And Blood like, I don't know, I gotta see, I'll see. And that was it. That's the only conversation we had. I never knew the name of that group, none of that shit, Blood.
I can't be tricky.
40 Glock.
40 Glock.
He cool now. He straight.
He cool now.
I ain't gonna lie, I was on some Starboy shit when I dissed that nigga. But that was like, you know what I mean? He was like kind of like the me at the time. Like he was a nigga that was dissing all the rappers and shit and dissing everybody. Like, you know what I mean? He was going that Game hard. He was going that Lil Wayne hard. But they was like, you know what I mean? They was like the blood representatives at the time. So I just felt like blood, like why you so focused on the blood? You going hard at the bloods. And it's a lot of corny ass Crip niggas that you could be going at. Like if you really want to be like, feel me, like cleaning up some shit in y'all backyard or trying to like act like you pressing a line. It's a lot of Crips on some corny shit too, but you just felt like focusing on the blood. So, you know what I mean? I'm like a nigga, I fuck with these niggas, so I just felt like they wasn't responding right. So I got that blood, right?
So you were clout chasing.
I wasn't clout chasing. I just
nah,
like clout chasing. Don't you can't call it that.
So what's Starboy? Starboy sound reckless in New York. Starboy.
But y'all like that shit. My second biggest following in New York though. So you like that shit though.
No, I don't.
New York like that shit.
All right, let me finish. I allow you to gloat. Yeah, when you finish gloating.
All right.
To me, Starboy may be on some tranny shit, right?
You a Starboy then?
Nah.
So don't say you're a lie. You a Starboy.
I hear you. I'm about to roast you, boy.
You want to say
Better
though?
with the couch. I'm on your.
I'm
tail,
saying
boy.
though, like I'm saying, because you sticking up for Star. You sticking up for
I ain't sticking up for
Starboy.
Starboy. I'm saying that Starboys. When people talk about the Starboys, it's some tranny shit. So I'm just saying, be careful, mindful in New York City.
I'm just saying, like Starboy, like
I don't want to consider you a Starboy because you the homie. So I said,
you
well,
can't consider me a star. How you gonna consider me my own friend? Y'all wasn't calling nobody Starboy.
I would never call a nigga Starboy, nigga.
You would call yourself one though. Like, I'm a Starboy. Like if you were feeling fly, you would call yourself a Starboy. Like don't lie.
Hey, chill,
Like
chill.
don't lie.
Y'all niggas is bugging with the Starboy shit. I want you to retire that word, please. No, on just aside. So you were clout chasing though, because you just said that I
wasn't clout chasing. I just felt like they wasn't responding right. I was fucking like I'm a blood, so it's like we got this Crip nigga like thinking he hard, he going hard on everybody, and this nigga just pressing the blood, and these niggas is getting pressed like and not really saying nothing. They not really responding, so it's like I wasn't feeling like, you feel me? I was just feeling like we was getting pressed, and I had to do something. If we was in prison. And it was a big Crip nigga that wanted to fight this blood nigga, and he was a bitch and didn't want to fight. I would step up and take the fade, like fuck it, I got his fade, and then I'll beat the shit out of him, like you was a bitch, like you know what I mean, like. But I'm saying though, I would have to take that just politically, like you know what I mean, just to be politically correct. I would have to catch that fade, then we'll fuck him up later though. Like.
Now I want you to keep it 1,000. Why did Whack 100 call you a snitch? Where did that derive from?
Cause Whack 100 a clout chaser, internet nigga, like you know what I mean, like everybody keep going. Cause my mom, I did an interview one day, and the interviewer like decided to like interview my mom. He like, oh yeah, so what was his life like growing up? And you know, my mom just said, oh yeah, he witnessed the murder when he was 10, and he had to go to court. So they just, oh, your mom said you was a snitch. Like, my mom didn't say I was a snitch. My mom said I witnessed the murder.
You going to the corner, man?
Your tag hanging out the back of your shirt, though, nigga.
It is, though. You all right, man?
It's my man, but that caught me off guard. I did my research properly.
Need a moment. Sorry, man. Take your time.
There's no research to do, because a lot of people, I witnessed a whole lot of murders. That don't mean I'm a snitch. That make me a snitch. That make me a snitch because I witnessed the murder.
His whole face is
like,
laughing over there.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a, like,
no,
bro,
so Mama Love said you witnessed a murder at 10.
I witnessed the murder.
So, and what happened? Did you have to testify?
They called me to court, but it was a character witness shit. I didn't go as no snitch. My boy, they ain't even my boy, just a nigga in the building was trying to call me to say that he didn't do it. Like, I just had to go to court, but it wasn't on no snitch. Like, I had to snitch on him. Like, oh yeah, he murdered. It was just the nigga that I knew, he ended up caught up in the situation, and he called me to court. Like, he was out there. He know I didn't do it, like, type shit. So I had to come to court to say, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But when I came to court, I was just like, I don't know what happened. I really didn't even see. Like, I was just walking from the pool type shit. It wasn't even no snitch shit. It was just like, you know what I mean? I got called to court on a character witness type shit. Like, but it ain't no like, you know what I mean?
So Whack 100 to you is a clout chaser. You feel that?
Whack 100 is a total clout chaser. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he just take advantage. Like, the internet is all about clout chasing. The internet is all about taking it and making what you want out of that shit. Like, I think Whack 100 is an opportunist. That's what I think. Because at the same time, you could call me, if that's the case, you'll call me a clout chaser. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not a clout chaser. I'm just an opportunist. Like, when I see some shit that I don't agree with that pop up on the internet, I'm going to have an opinion. But you can't take that and call me a snitch. I'm not no fucking snitch. I ain't never snitched on no nigga. Ain't no nigga in this world that could pull up no paperwork saying he snitched on me, or a nigga that's gonna, like, you know what I mean? I'm way too famous. Like, that would have been happened. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't even a situation. It wasn't even no snitch situation. I witnessed a whole lot of murders though. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Let me ask you
shit.
an honest question about him. Do you respect him for what he did for the game, like the people that he managed? Whack 100. Do you have any sort of respect for him, and unbiasedly? Not saying because he called you a snitch, but if you was to say, would you respect? Because he did put in work. He managed a couple of people, and you know he paid way for certain things.
That nigga ugly as fuck. Blood. Like, that's all I'm like, that nigga ugly. But yeah, I mean, I respect what he accomplished. Like, I mean, as a real nigga, you can't help it. That nigga ugly though. I ain't gonna lie. Blood ugly as fuck though. No pause, like pause, no homo. Like, he ain't more handsome than me. Like, ugly ass nigga. But I mean, like, you know, he accomplished a lot. He did a shit. I'm fine as fuck. Like, no pause, no homo. Like, but I'm just saying, like, blood ain't. You know, he did some shit, but that nigga ugly though. I just hate his fucking face. Like,
So, have you ever seen each other?
yeah, I knew him before we started like going back and forth. Like, we only went back and forth because he respected my position on the internet. Like, he seen what I accomplished, see what I was doing. He admired it, and you know what I mean. But man, you know what I mean. We never like really like got to like hang and get cool together. Like, you know what I mean.
So it's not real. The issue's not real.
What, the beef?
Yeah.
Ain't no beef. Like, we just had a bad. That shit was how long ago? Was that shit? That shit was like 2 years ago. Like, that shit ain't. Yeah, you know, people make.
It's new to me.
Like, I'm a real nigga. Like, at the end, like, this the thing. I'm a real nigga. I'm a real street nigga. I'm not one of these like Hollywood ass niggas. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, shit gonna go different. Like, when niggas in the street know you know niggas and everybody know the same people. You know what I mean? That shit ain't gonna go like that.
Why did you want to fuck Star Brim?
I still do. What you mean? Why I did? I
Sorry, dude. I just
I like it's over.
I thought that you.
You know why?
I thought that you matured as a man and wanted to be loyal and faithful. But you know, that's what I thought. That's what I sensed.
Who said I was in a relationship?
I just felt that.
No, I'm not in no relationship. I mean, you know, I got baby mamas and shit. I got 4 of them though, man.
No, I ain't fought.
Shh, y'all lying, bro.
So you still want to fuck her? What about Star Brim do you like? Beautiful girl.
I like that she Cardi B best friend. That ass fat though. I ain't gonna lie, that ass fat. I didn't used to like that bun, but I'm starting to like that. But her bun reminded me of junior high and 9th grade. Like remember none of the bitches had their hair done. It was like always a 9th grade, like that 9th grade junior high bun. But you know what I mean? I come to like it because like, damn, she got enough hair to really make a neat, slick bun. Like, that's cool. Like, that's surprising, different. You know what I mean? She don't got no weave. She natural with it. I like the little snatch waves, that fat ass, fat little hip. Like, you know what I mean? The toes ain't that cute though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I like pretty. I like pretty feet.
I like pretty feet. The toes ain't that cute though. I ain't gonna lie.
So you zoomed in. That means you had to zoom in.
You know I zoomed in.
Yeah.
I'm
Same
a
type
feet
of
nigga. You know I
time.
zoomed in.